example 5 on page 9. And when you're dividing, it says to find the quotient, which would be a division sign, right? You keep the first fraction the same. You change division to multiplication, and you flip the second fraction. Put the x squared plus 3x minus 4 on top. Put the x squared plus 5x plus 4 on the bottom. After that, follow your rules of multiplication. Do everything we did in the previous examples. Try to factor stuff, try to cancel stuff, multiply the top, multiply the bottom. Okay? So I mentioned on my notes over here on the whiteboard, if you're watching the video, that this is a problem where you're going to need synthetic division, and it's because of the x cubed piece. The x cubed piece typically will involve synthetic division, unless maybe you recognize this as one of those, do you remember when we did the sum of cubes and the difference of cubes? And do you remember that? Or maybe you remember 1, 3, 3, 1 from whose triangle? Pascal's triangle, right? But if you don't remember those little shortcuts, I think that one is x plus 1 cubed. Yes, anything with a degree greater than 2, synthetic division will probably be in play. Okay? So I want you to factor. Let's start by factoring the two pieces that I did not highlight. Unpause. We factored the two guys on the right correctly. Let's factor the green thing, but wait a minute. In a previous example that you may or may not have watched, whether you're watching this live in class or on the video, we said if something looks backwards, flip it around, but put a -1 in front of it. If a subtraction problem is written backwards to you, in other words, if the variable is written second, flip it around, but put a -1 in front. Okay? Here's why that works. Is 8 minus 3 the same as 3 minus 8? No. But 8 minus 3 is the same as -1 times 3 minus 8. True? True. Okay. Bye. So how do I factor this? So now we're stuck with the yellow piece in the top left-hand corner. It's an x cubed function, and I said maybe use synthetic division on it. And if you're wondering what to put in the little box for synthetic division, either -1, +1, or -4. Because I think something might cancel. You know, I'm looking at the bottom as a clue to what to do in the top. I'm thinking 1 or -1, and here's a clue. Lord, I said I'd give you a little clue here. See this constant 1? The synthetic division piece that'll probably work will be a factor of 1 for this to work. 4 is not going to work out. -4 is not going to work out. If the remainder needs to be 0, 1, 3, 3, 1. If the remainder needs to be 0 and there's a 1 there, you're not going to get a 0 if there's a 4 over here. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if these need to add up to 0, if that's our hope, how would that work if there's like a 4 here? -4 times something is going to be something that's not -1, is what I'm saying. Right? You want that to be 0. So let's try -1. 1, -1, 2, -2, 1, -1, 0. It worked. So this factors to x plus 1 times x squared plus 2x plus 1. but the second red fraction is x plus 1 times x plus 1. I was right before. This top left-hand corner is x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 1. Okay? This yellow thing is x plus 1 times x plus 1 times x plus 1. See what cancels? I think a lot's going to cancel here, right? And then multiply the top, multiply the bottom.